Hey guys, Deandra here, and I've got something really, really interesting to share with you. It is Robert Englund's idea for a new take on Freddy Krueger. And I think it's extremely interesting for multiple reasons. One, it's Robert Englund's idea for Freddy. And two, because it's extremely unique. And one of the biggest issues that people have with the idea of a new Freddy is that they don't want it to be anybody but Robert. I'm not really one of those people, even though I recognize Robert's contributions and love him. I mean, he made Freddy iconic, but I've always felt that Freddy was more than just one man. He's an idea. He's the embodiment of fear. And Robert's idea for Freddy speaks to this. He's brought this idea up on several occasions, and more recently on a panel for Eli Roth's History of Horror. It's going to be an AMC docu-series, and it's going to premiere later this year. It's involving multiple masters of horror who explore big themes and how horror has evolved through the eras, how it's impacted society, all those things. This was part of a 2018 Summer Television Critics Association press tour for the docu-series. And Robert brought up his idea for a different perspective on Freddy. He says, quote, "If I had an Eli Roth budget, I would have cast different actors to play Freddy for every potential victim. Because Freddy is only alive in the imagination of his future victim. They would talk about it at a slumber party or in a locker room, at school, or on the bus going home. All we know about this Fred Krueger is he wears a hat, wears a red and green striped sweater, and has a clawed hand. That's the specifics. And no other details are really given. So Robert also said it could be a red and green cardigan for one Freddy. It could be an old tattered baseball cap for another Freddy. Freddy could be tall, he could be short, he could be overweight, he could be muscular. Every one of the victims could have a different Freddy they imagined, and you could haunt them with that Freddy." It's an extremely interesting concept because it's true. I mean, Freddy isn't just, he's one man that really goes to every dream, but at the same time you could tap into that idea of the dreamer and using imagination and being larger than life in dreams, and having the dreamer kind of put this filter over that one true essence of Freddy, so their interpretation of him is different every single time based on their influences and their own unique personalities and perspectives. And then Robert goes on and he said, and then at the end, it would be the ultimate victim, and we see Freddy peel his face open, and maybe it's yours truly revealed, and it's the essence of Freddy. How about that? That we are our own worst enemy, in a sense. Fear that we allow to control us is what holds us back, but really that's us at the end of the day. It's an interesting concept. Robert has also one other comment that echoes kind of what I said and what I believe and what I know several other fans believe that I've spoken to. He says, quote, "I don't think Freddy is an 80s villain. There's a huge nostalgia for the 80s for a variety of reasons, but so many horror movies and characters transcend that decade." End quote. Absolutely, positively. Freddy was made in the 80s. There's a lot of 80s around him. We love the 80s. We're stuck on that nostalgia, but Freddy, like I feel, transcends that. He's more than just a decade or a character in a decade. He's many things. He's larger than just one man. He's larger than just one decade. So I think it's really interesting, and I would love to see that version of Freddy. What about you? What do you think of Robert's idea? Do you think you'd like to see it even though it's not Robert? Do you think you'd like to see it because it's Robert's idea? Would you like to see it because it's a really unique take on Freddy, or are you just like, hey, anything that goes, I'm up for? So let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts because of all the discussion that goes around about this topic. So let me know. Thanks for listening, guys.